Alright, in this video let's talk a little bit about troubleshooting connecting your DAP to Dapper. So I have Dapper running, I've selected the two cards and everything is ready to go. You'll see that it says the drive is disconnected and this little button here says connect DAP drive. So it wants me to connect my DAP. What it's doing is every time this little light over here on the bottom left of the corner turns on or off, it's going to be checking essentially to see if the drives are mounted. So I'm going to show the first problem that we see some people having. I'm going to go ahead and connect my X5. Plug it in, and I'm sitting there and nothing is happening. Nothing is synchronizing. It says the FIO device is connected, but it hasn't done anything other than that. If I disconnect here and reconnect, I have the same sort of problem. So in this particular case, I'm noticing here that it's looking like it's in DAC mode. So what I'm going to do is the first thing I want to check is go into settings and go all the way down and make sure, depending on your digital audio player, that it is not in digital. That it is in digital to analog converter mode. So this is in DAC mode. I want to change that to be in storage mode. So it's going to show up to the computer as a storage device and not as a sound card. So first of all, make sure you're not in digital to audio converter mode, DAC mode. Make sure you're in DAP mode, P for player, or storage mode. So now that it's in storage mode, I see it's connecting differently. And here on my Mac, I see the two drives are mounting. They will show up on my desktop here, hopefully. And the two drives are mounted. I have TF1 and TF2, and it says the FIO device is connected, and this little light is about to blink. And it should have found it, but I don't have the go button here. So once again, we've got a problem with Dapper finding these devices. And what it's looking for is the drives that are listed here. It's looking for X5 space TF1 and X5 TF2, and it looks like my drive name on the second one is different. So if your DAP is not syncing properly, the first thing to do is to go ahead and make sure you can see the drives in your Mac, make sure that you're seeing the right contents on these drives, and then go ahead and unlock and select them again. So in this particular case, I'm going to select TF1 again. This not only tells Dapper what its name is, but it also tells the operating system, it tells OS X that you need access to be able to access that drive. And it actually saves that access for later so that it will be able to tell OS X, hey, I've been given permission by this user to access that drive. Aha! Now that the drives are correct and the drives are mounted, the go button is turned up and I can now sync my drive. So the first problem that we want you to make sure is that you can actually see your digital audio player's drives mounted on the Mac. If they're not mounted on the Mac and you can't see them as drives, and you cannot select them as the drives by clicking on these two buttons, you're not going to be able to have Dapper sync your music.